First news story of the day. A study has found insufficient evidence that gaming is a clinical disorder. So we covered a story about 3 to 4 months ago. I'm sure you guys remember. Josh, I don't know if you were on here at that time, but you might have listened to it. In which the World Health Organization had officially classed gaming as a disorder. And they had outlined this like huge list of what requirements or what actions they had classed as having the disorder. But basically, just to sum it up, it was anyone that was letting gaming get in the way of their daily life or responsibilities was considered to have this disorder. Which, like, I mean, you could say that like almost about anybody. Like, oh, do you like having fun over like doing your chores? Well, like you might have a gaming disorder. Makes no sense. But a new study has recently been released that states quite the opposite. And here are just some quotes from both the study and the woman who performed this study. So, our findings provided no evidence suggesting an unhealthy relationship with gaming accounts for substantial emotional, peer, and behavioral problems. If we do stigmatize people basically as being addicted to video games, we might take away those video games when they might be a coping mechanism for a deeper underlying problem like depression or anxiety. So she's basically saying quite the contrary to the original claim by the WHO, which is video games are not the disorder. They're actually the mechanism that helps people with a certain disorder like cope and get through their daily life. So I don't know what you guys think about this, but I'm definitely glad to not be classed as having a disorder by the World Health Organization anymore.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't have any of the credentials to say what's right or wrong here, but I know that I've played video games for a long time, and I could probably say that for a lot of times it's been a release for me. You know, I wouldn't say that I have any, you know, I'm depressed or anything like that, but just come take a load off and fall into your whatever game you decide to be involved in, you know.
Like that one song by Kenny Chesney. Everybody's got to find their way to escape reality, you know?
Hell yeah.
Some people like to go to a bar. Some people like to play video games, you know?
Does he say that in the song?
No.
Oh, okay.
It talks about the beach bar, nothing about video games. But everybody does have their way to escape reality.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And you can be doing a lot worse things than gaming, right?
Right. And just, I think, like, as a general rule of thumb, I think most people agree that too much of anything is not good for you, regardless of what it is. Video games, working, drugs, gambling, working out. Like, you can probably, you know what I mean? You can do things that, like, too much.
Sports.
Yeah. Just too much of everything is usually not good for you. So it's not like, I don't think that's a unique thing to video games.
Tide Pods.
Yeah. Sometimes it could only take just one.
Everything in moderation. Yeah, Tide Pod.
Yeah.
Tide Pod. Yeah, you're thinking. I'm kind of bummed out that this came out. I was actually using this gaming disorder to get out of work. So
I'm not.
Now, yeah, I can now. When I go to cite the research, I got this thing hanging over my head that it's not true.
You might have like a week or two before this really hits the mainstream.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bury this somehow.
I'm not fit for duty.
Not fit. I got a disorder.
We run our own study. It's like completely contrary.
I gotta go home and play TFT.
But I mean, you say that, but that is like how it works. Like people pay for the research to say what they want it to say. And I'm not sure if this was one of those cases, but it might have probably been one of those cases where somebody paid for some research to say that this is a disorder, and then somebody got upset and looked into it. Now they're saying, like, hold on a second, these people might need a coping mechanism, and you're going about this making them feel like they're savages for sitting around playing video games all day. Now you're doing a lot more harm than good.
Well, kudos to whoever paid for it, because I really like it. I mean, it's just true. Like, there's so many people that game right now, especially young kids, I feel like. And if you took that away, I don't know, like, a lot of people just do it for fun, but like, there's probably a lot of kids that like don't have a lot of friends or might not have like a great family life or something. Like, what else are they gonna do?
Right, and like,
I mean, there like is no other option.
I mean, like, I have friends in real life. Obviously, I'm not like a fucking destitute loser or anything, but
destitute loser.
But like you know what I mean? We've met people online that we've never met in person before that are now our friends, and like we literally are going to BlizzCon with them. So like it's not that weird to like befriend people online because like you have similar interests and like it's no different. It's really no different than meeting someone in person.
Have you ever
Like,
told?
I have friends that are online that I like. They're just as good of friends as like people that I know in real life. So
Have you ever?
it's just a stigma. That's all. God, I'll shut the fuck up now.
Oh no, you're good. I was just gonna say, have you ever told somebody that you're meeting people that like aren't?
Oh
You
yeah.
know, and they look at you like, "Fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah, the first time I told my girlfriend, she was like, "What the fuck are you talking about, you weirdo?" I was like, "Listen."
Yeah, I didn't tell anybody from work or like anyone that I
Like
talked
I mean,
to
like
we're going to BlizzCon. I just said like I'm out of here.
I always just say like I mean, there's certain people that I tell, but like I don't want to because I just get tired of fucking explaining it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, you know what I mean? You're like, I'm going to BlizzCon. You're like, what the fuck's that? Are you fucking weirdo? What the fuck's wrong with you? Blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, just shut the fuck up.
Well,
I was like, I'm just going to visit my friends in California. I have a buddy that lives out there. We're going to see him.
It doesn't matter if it's BlizzCon, but I mean just meeting your friend. You know, like I've known Slayer for like Brian for almost 10 years now, and I even after I've known him for 5 or 6 years, I said, "Oh, I'm meeting somebody first time. They're coming up and visiting." And they look at me like, "You don't know him? You don't know?" It's like, yeah, I spent like every night for 4 hours a night playing a fucking video game with him. Like, I know he's not out there like killing people or something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting here playing games with him on a daily basis. You know?
Yeah, that's usually what I say. It's like I literally talk to these people for like 3 hours a day, every single day for months. Like, it's literally, you probably know them better than the people that you know in real life. Like,
You
literally.
definitely do, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
And I
not,
feel
it's
like
like not even that
people-
weird.
I feel like people that you're gaming with normally, like they're not really shielding themselves. Like it's usually because like you don't know who they are. Like they're just
Right.
being themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody's being
It's like the
real,
one
yeah.
place where like they're actually looking for like a real connection. They don't have to like put up some kind of fake.
The good ones
so.
are.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, I
well,
mean you can be an idiot online too. I mean there's both.
right, but like I feel like when you're playing with people that's like that you're like partying with or like raiding with or being in a guild with or whatever you want to call it, people because you're on the internet and you're like anonymous, people are like more authentic or genuine to like how they actually are.
Mhm.
Because like you're not sitting in front of each other, you don't know what each other look like. You just, you know what I mean, you just hear them talk and you have a common like, you know, goal or interest, and people just are who they are because there's no, you know what I mean, there's no like weird boundaries.
I think you need to make a like an important distinction there, though. Like it definitely, like you said, like it's the people you spend extended periods of time with, because obviously those one-off experiences you get on the internet can be some of the worst experiences.
Oh yeah,
you're gonna find anywhere.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just saying, like, if you're like a lot, like for WoW, for example, like if you're in a guild with people and you're raiding together every night, you're just gonna grow closer. Like that's how, like we started a guild in the beginning of Legion, and we just started raiding, and like there's people that because of that I still talk to, literally just because we raided together in WoW, and like we are literally flying across the country to go hang out with them and go to BlizzCon, which I don't know, like. I guess it may like it's really not that weird. It's actually pretty fucking cool. So,
Which like I'm more excited to just hang out with them and like drink beer and stuff than the actual convention. I mean like
Yeah,
the convention's gonna be great. Don't get me wrong, but it's more
Right.
like just hanging out and doing whatever.
yeah, right. It's like you only see them once a year, and like it's your time to see them.
Any gamer who's listening to what we're saying right now has found a community and knows exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah,
don't
the
need to
Arcadian
explain
Discord is
Yeah.
one such community.
But yeah, that's exactly, you know, you're making a like a valid point. Like those are guys who like games like we do and came in and were like, I want to talk to these guys too, you know? So
Oh yeah, Bazooka and V and Skelly and I mean, yeah, they're great
Dandy,
guys.
all those guys.
Yeah, I really like talking to them. Okay,